Hello everyone out there. Once again, this is Frank.
This is Leonard.
Eric. Javier.
And welcome, or thank you for watching the Whiskey Anonymous podcast and video. Right now, for our next whiskey, we are tasting the Balvenie 12 Triple Cask. Eric, since you're the one that bought this, why don't you tell us a little bit about this? Like where you got it, and whatever.
So the Balvenie 12 Triple Cask is a duty-free exclusive that can only be bought at airports. I picked this one up at the Incheon airport on my trip back from Seoul, and it was around 85 bucks maybe. I don't remember. But it's a liter, so it's definitely pretty good value. And it's my first time trying it with you guys, and I wanted to share it.
Thanks for letting us share the
Partake.
partake. Yeah.
So this is, we just opened it like today, an hour ago. So this is, as they say, our first taste, our first dram, a little fresh and fresh.
So Leonard, what's the difference between the Triple Cask and the
DoubleWood?
All right. Well, the DoubleWood, as we mentioned, is first off, it's two woods, and it's finished. So that means 11 to 12 years in bourbon. Then about 3 to 6 months. Then the same whiskey is poured into a sherry cask for say 3 to 6 months. I believe it's about 6 months. It can be up to 2 years, but I believe Balvenie is 6 months only. Triple Cask is fully matured in 3 different woods. So what you're talking about is 3 different whiskeys in 3 different woods. They pour it into, that they marry into one bottle.
So they blend it together.
So it's a blend. It's basically a blended whiskey from the same distillery. That's why it's still a single malt. So in this case, it is refill bourbon, which is the traditional Balvenie oak, when they say oak cask. First fill bourbon, which means it's only been used for bourbon once, and now it's being used the second time it's going into there.
Right.
And the third is Oloroso sherry, again from Europe, or European oak.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a reason why it's duty-free only?
I don't know why. I mean, there are reasons. Most of the time, it's because they lack either A, they felt that it doesn't exactly match their core offerings, so therefore they don't want to make it a core offering.
Right.
It could be just lack of first fill bourbon casks,
Right.
or it could be just they wanted to keep it exclusive. Note that it's not just the 12, all triple casks. So the 16 we have, and they also sell the 25, are all travel retail only. So you cannot buy a triple cask anywhere. Technically on the domestic markets.
So note to self: must travel more to get the
Must travel
exclusives.
internationally, of course. All right, let's have the sip here.
It smells really good, actually.
Yeah. The nose is much different from the double.
Yeah, you get actually more of the sherry on the nose in
It's a
this
very
one.
prominent sherry.
Oh. Yeah.
It's very different on the palate too. It's very, very, very velvety. It's very even and velvety, even though there's a spice note in the back.
Plenty of spice.
Yeah, but it's very even.
But it's smooth, though.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's a
Like-
very silky.
You get the oak. I taste the oak, but you get the the sherry sulfur. You get because it's 3 different types of woods. You get a little bit of everything kind of balanced. It's not overly on one.
It doesn't really overpower your palate.
No.
actually.
No.
It's very smooth, actually.
A slight hint of tea, which I get in a lot of bourbon, which I taste in a lot of bourbons. So that's probably because of the first fill in there as well.
They're very sharp. Very sharp. too.
Very
Strong
peppery.
edges, yeah.
Very peppery.
I'm not getting the usual Balvenie vanilla.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not even
because
there.
because it's shared like with age with the sherry, it's going to be losing those vanilla notes, those bourbon notes that you would be very prominent on a lot of whiskeys.
One thing I would like to bring up, I'd like to keep that thought in mind when we move up to the next bottle.
The 16?
Yeah, to be fair, if I could swear the 16 was their first triple cask. Meaning when Balvenie first thought, hey, well, we'll make a triple cask. I swear that I remember seeing the 16 before any of the others. And so I'm wondering if that vanilla note will be more present in the 16, since that was the one they wanted to start. That was the one that they started out with. And it became so successful, they maybe decided to branch out into the 12, and then more recently the 25.
Right. Any other thoughts and ideas?
It's very grapey to me as well. It has a bit of a grapey punch.
Smells
Pucker.
really good.
I think it's a wonderful whiskey. How much did you get this for?
Around 85.
85 USD.
Yeah.
All right.
But a liter bottle.
Do they have a smaller bottle when you saw
No,
it?
they
It
don't.
was just a liter.
Only comes in a
Wow.
liter.
Keep that in mind. Travel retail, even if it's the same, even if it's exactly the same expression, comes in a liter. So like Glenmorangie Necador,
Yeah.
buy it in a supermarket it's $7.50. Buy it in the airport it's 1 liter.
Yep.
Mm.
So conversion, if you're going 50 to 1, 50 pesos to 1, you're looking at about 4,250 pesos. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. You know,
Is there a reason, going back to that, why do they prefer to sell 1 liters at duty free?
I don't know. I always thought it was just because of the fact that you don't travel. You technically travel less often on an airplane than you do down to your local grocery. So they just wanted you to get more value in the sense that you got more to store.
I think,
Plus
yeah,
it's
it makes sense.
tax-free.
It's thought, oh, you know, I'm tax free. I'm gonna, you know, only get some special, keep it at 1 liter. I think it's also just easier to just for customs duties too.
Yeah, that's true. Because
Bottle
also,
restriction.
yeah, because they always say you're allowed 1 liter or 2 liters in. So if you buy 750, you're allowed to buy like a
You're
mini
short.
bottle or
Yeah.
something. Or you're short.
It's like 750, or it's like 1 liter or 1 bottle or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
You're only up to like 2 bottles and 2 liters.
Yeah.
Right.
They sell them in these mini bottles as well. The
Yeah.
200.
Oh, okay, that's what I was asking if they have the smaller bottles
Yeah.
for it. So
Yeah.
it's either the small bottle or the 1 liter.
Yeah, this is 200. So maybe that's why. If you have a 750, you can buy 200.
Yeah, you can,
This
buy,
is-
you can buy 5 of them.
Yeah. This is perfect
For
for
gifts.
gifts, also to hide in your soup coats. So for our buddy out there, for Glenn Fiddick, Mr. Matthew, he likes to put his whole bottle of whiskey in his coat as a nice hidden feature. So this would be easier. You don't have to carry as much.
More MacGyverish.
It is very MacGyver. You're like, oh, what do I got here? Aha.
And as mentioned in our previous podcast that we just made, it's worth mentioning again just on this one. It's great if you have to buy one or 2 of those, finish them off.
Right.
If you have a whiskey that's about 1/4 or 1/3 left, pour it into a smaller bottle. It won't oxidize as quickly.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised how smooth it is.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really expect it to be this smooth.
So
Do you guys like it better than the double?
you beat me to the punch.
Uh,
Taking advantage of a sickness.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I do want a bit of the more vanilla notes that it's lacking. So do I like it more? Probably not, but I still like it. It's just different. I like vanilla notes. What can I say? I like bourbon, so
I'd like a new and fresh Balvenie 12 DoubleWood over that. But I prefer that over this.
Okay.
For me, I favor this much more than that.
You like that one a lot more?
Yeah.
I think for people who've never tried Balvenie, this is a really good start.
yeah.
If
Mhm.
you've never tried it, then maybe you could go to the DoubleWood. But for
This-
starters, this is really good.
It's
actually.
it's easy.
It's easy.
It's
that's why.
easy, which is not a bad thing. It's an easy drink. Yeah, you're right. For a starter,
Yeah,
people.
for a starter.
Yeah.
Well, I'll contradict what Javier said there a little.
You think so?
You start with
Because-
a DoubleWood over the.
Well, no, I'd say this. I'd start with DoubleWood. If you don't like a DoubleWood, if you find it too vanilla-y, switch to that. I think you'd like it more. But this is Balvenie's house style. So the problem with that is if you start with that, you might start buying like 5 other bottles thinking they taste like that, and they don't.
True.
We've tried the 14, we've tried the 21,
Yeah.
and they'll match more towards this than they will.
We had the 17 also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both 17s.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right, guys. Let's our thumbs recommendation.
I give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Mm.
What do you say? The Balvenie. It's hard to go wrong. All right. Well, this concludes our video on the Balvenie. Was it Triple Cask 12? And stay tuned for our next one, which will be the Balvenie Triple Cask 16.
Yay!
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.